What is up, YouTube? It is Matty, and as you can see, I am chilling with the guys over at Power COC with my Town Hall 10 account. I was here on both accounts last war, but I've had to send my mini off to do a quick scrim with a friend of mine. But yeah, really enjoying chilling with the guys over at Power COC. Great group of lads. Fair play clan. You can see they're a level 8. Have got a YouTube channel, so feel free to check that out. Mainly 9, 10s and 11s, and the war you'll see a good mix of attacks that I've chosen, at least anyway, and we can have a little review and see and pick up my favourite raids from it. I'm going to war this war as well. It has just started, so I'm going to be hoping I can take down a couple of do a couple of 3 stars and some Town Hall 10. So maybe I mean, you can tell some of the bases are looking pretty poor, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. Well, I'm hoping not, at least anyway, getting a 3-star or 2 on some Town Hall 10s. So anyway, back into this war and the actual recap I'm doing, which as you can see is versus a Chinese, I believe it's Chinese. Let me have a little look. I wonder if it says on there South Korean. So that's their clan. So yeah, 80 to 72. 8 attacks of theirs not used, and of their attacks not used, it was mostly low level hits. So probably they felt like they couldn't add any further stars. But 80 from our side. There was an outweigh, and you'll see that we had 3 Town Hall 11s, I believe that is, versus 5, and then they had down to number 9 on the Town Hall 10s, and we had down to number 7. So yeah, a little bit outweighed, but it didn't matter too much. Unable to get the 2-star on 3 of the Town Hall 11s, which is a little bit of a shame, but we did get some triples, which I can go through with you in a bit. But first one we're going to take is number 22. Let's have a look at TSL, taking down this base. So it's a straight up go-over-ho. It's what I would consider now the sort of the bread and butter raids of Clash of Clans that since the update. At Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11 is a slightly different story, although I think go-over-ho can be very powerful at Town Hall 11, particularly when you've got the Grand Warden helping out with Hogs and Valkyries, giving them the extra HP buff that he does, and that invulnerability, the Eternal Tone, which yeah will help out. But for this case, he's brought some CC Valkyries with him, which is what I always recommend. It's a very smart choice. The enemy CC had a combination of Witch Valkyries and a couple of infantry, but with a combination of heal spell, Valks, King and Wizards, should be able to take it down quite quickly, which he has done. And you can see here, this is what I like. Nice scouting to realise that you could get a couple of some good value with a couple of loons to take down the arch towers. The only thing I would have said was that he could have sent probably 3 hogs towards the start of the raid down at 6 o'clock to take down both the cannon and the arch tower, and they would be gone much earlier. However, it looks like he wanted to focus more on the sort of towards 3, because that's where a lot of the defences were. He did catch his king, fortunately for him, tripped a double giant bomb, which meant that the hogs were not going to run over it. Nice heal spell usage there. Nice giant to distract the couple of defences for a minute, and that's going to give the hogs a chance to rip apart those defences. And there it is, raid done. Now got hogs for cleanup. Not huge on the heroes either. I mean, 20 and 16. It's not massive. I'm figuring he's getting his queen up to 20 now, which is what I would expect him to be doing. But yeah, it's a smart, it's a nice standard raid, which I like to see, and always put in just to reinforce to you guys that it is still one of the primary strategies to go for if you've got max Valkyries for Town Hall 9. Now this raid was interesting. I found it interesting the way he dealt with the CC. So you've got a witch, a couple of Valkyries and a couple of archers. Golem's down to distract, then the queen. Now he probably expected the Valkyries to go for the golem, but because he dropped the golems a bit far away from the archer, that by the time the archer was dead, the next closest thing was the queen, so we had to pop the ability early. So got Took a bit of damage there, and to be honest, the CC, the poison wasn't great because it's his golem's taken an absolute beating. So this is what I would consider to be a pretty well, not great start for him, but it's not how you start, sometimes it's how you finish, and sometimes you make a brilliant opener and then struggle back end. Sometimes you make a brilliant opener and finish brilliantly. Sometimes you have a shocking start and finish strong, and but it doesn't matter as long as you can push through and get the triple. That's what matters. Now I love the fact his queen is still alive. She did take down the Expo. Meanwhile, he's sort of collecting hogs in together. He has got another heal spell. He's going to have to make good use of that now because a lot of those hogs are dying, and you can see probably about 3 or 4 hogs died there by that cannon, which was a bit unfortunate, but he's still surgically dropping them in. Giant down to distract, but the arch tower is already hitting a hog. Will he get any value out of that giant whatsoever? Yes, he will, because now the final hogs are coming in to take it down, and there you go. Giant to kill the gold storage is a little bit of a waste. Could have either done with dropping a giant out the CC, or sorry, dropping a giant out the comp, or using it in a more applicable place maybe. But you know, little things. It doesn't matter too much. Able to surgically push through the base and get the 3-star, sorry, and that's the most important thing. Being able to. He hasn't got Valks. He's going for just a shattered Goho. 29 hogs is a decent amount, and then just surgically pushing them, joining the hogs up together into sort of heal spells that were well placed. And 16 is the next one by Floris. Floris, I think. I don't know. I always just mispronounce the names. This attack was really cool because the base itself is shocking. I mean, look at the air defense positions, but because they're the amount of tiles they are away, the queen can reach them, meaning that they're not a threat to the healers. So if you watch now, she's going to about to hit that air defense, and she will. So she's not only hit the air defense, taking it down to help her healers out, she's pulled the CC. So huge value from the start of the raid. And now what's going to happen? She's going to finish up the clan castle, then she's going to start moving around the base, and she's just going to take defense after defense after defense, and she could end up killing that queen, to be honest, if she broke in it down at 6 o'clock. But you can forget about her now, and he's cracking on with the rest of the raid. So a golem's down, nice big funnel with the wizards. He's going to do a break in, and he's going to send the king in, which is a good choice because the king will go and kill the queen. That's what you want to for. He's ran out of cleanup troops though, that's the only thing. Has got some Valkyries, which will help him out now. And you can see he's doing that rush into the core. Going to need a heal spell because he's caught some giant bombs. The Valkyries will feel the pain of that. So you've got to make sure you heal them. And watch this huge wave of hogs in at the top side. And watch what happens here. It's good timing actually, because the hogs are pushed straight through. Bear in mind, half of the core is distracted. There's now a golem and a king in the core. Queen is still running around towards the bottom compartment, and it's that perfect combination of distraction and hitting hard. So the hogs are coming at the perfect time while the king's slapping the core. King's now going to be able to take the core down by himself. Hogs come down to the final area, and the queen is there to meet. And look what he's got sat in his camp. A rage and a heal spell that he has not needed to use, which is awesome. Double swag spells. I guess it's you could say it's an absolutely abysmal base design, and that is correct, it is. But still, to be able to come away with a couple of swag spells and do it so comfortably, there's got to be some props for that. So fair play there, great hit. Next one we're going to show is number 15. Let's have a look. An attack by you. And it is a Shattered Laloon. And in fact, it's more than a Shattered Laloon, it's the max attack. So this is the max attack that you, well, everyone knows and loves. And it was huge a couple of, about half a year ago. A couple golems in, wizards down, queen down. We're going to be focusing on the break-in now by the mortar. Or should be at least focusing on the break-in. There it is, single wall breaker down to test. There was no mini bombs, and if they were, they would have been triggered. Sending the rest, and boom, created a beautiful funnel. Wizard's going to kill those cannons, or should get close. Neither cannon went down, which is massively annoying for him. Maybe could have held off on that break-in by an extra second, extra 2 seconds, and it would have taken both of those cannons down, and they'd have stopped hitting those golems. But look, using the combination of the heal spell, the rage spell, and what's going to happen is the CC are going to meet the kill squad head on. Going to be a bit of a battle. They're all eventually going to die. Just the witch left. The queen takes it down with enough time so it doesn't spawn any more skellies, and then perfect ability timing here. Watch this. Queen dead. And she didn't get there. I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? If you'd have spent an extra 2 seconds waiting for the break-in, he would have got both of those cannons down, and it would have been easier. His kill squad would have gone further. Not that he needed much of any more value from this raid from the kill squad. It's a nice clean, minus the bottom side, because that cannon didn't go down, and he could have done with getting it and the wizard tower down, and then he hit a load of traps when the loons did go to the wizard tower. But getting those air defences down has happened. And now it's just a case of taking down the expos, and he's got so many loons left. He's tanked really well. Love the use of this single loon down the bottom here, because watch what happens now. Loon wrecks the rest of that cannon, then moves towards the wizard tower, distracting the wizard tower from hitting the other loons, and then that loon itself puts the majority of the damage down, so the rest of the loons can clean up, and boom, you've got yourself a 3-star. Loads of pups left with a wizard as well to kick, so yeah, really cool to see the max attack come into play. Just goes to show, if you are trying to take defences down as part of the funnel process, you need to make sure you time it right so that those defences go down, because that could have cost him the raid there. Had his queen taken that little bit more damage earlier on, and ended up not taking down either the queen herself or the additional air defence. So close, but got it. Zedbear next. Who might I just say I have just 3-starred on my the war the scrim I'm against Cornfeld versus Beer Goggles. So although we're looking at him thinking, yeah, good attack, I did just 3-star your ass, so sorry about that. Anyway, okay, got him down. Straightforward kill squad, not too wide on the funneling, just pretty simple. Pushing those guys in, and there's nothing special happening here. It's just plain and simple. Kill the queen, kill the CC, kill an air defense, because he's going to use he's just going to cold blood Laloon the rest. Well, that's it. The cold blood has happened. He's going to just do a straight up Laloon the rest. One hound per defense plus 1, so with 3 air defenses remaining, he's got 4 hounds. Getting a bit of extra value from the queen, but she's not going to do much of anything else. She will die. And here you go. Look, it's going to be how we can use these loons and hounds now, which is going to determine if he can do it. Second hound in, could have done with got in it a little bit earlier, but it didn't matter. But those first loons that he dropped, great value. Got straight into that air defense. Next batch of loons, next air defense. That same batch of loons. Oh, I was thinking they were going to go for the expo then, but they didn't. But they should soon. And the hounds are getting hit pretty hard. And how is he going to... Here's the question. How is he going to get his loons through quickly? He drops the haste spell there, trying to push them through onto that final air defense. He's got 2 loons left in his camp. I was going to say, should probably think about using those on the wizard tower, which he has done. Caught an air bomb there. Isn't going to stop him from taking the wizard tower down. And then with only a couple of cannons left, goblins, pups, boom. I mean, there is not much to stop him now. Lots of cleanup on the raid. Pretty nice. Well, yeah, very nicely executed actually. Nice use of the spells, the hounds and the loon placement, because he's wound up with a load of pups alive, which is what you want when you're using a Laloon attack. It'll just help you out in that time and getting it all down. So quick attack, effective, great job. Adam Doodade. Okay. Really interesting here. Using the max Valks tick. But you're doing a Govalo with a Queen Walk. I mean, wow. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought to use this myself. So, what's he doing? He's starting out with the Queen Walk, breaking. Valks is... Fair play to Clashing Elendare, who looks like he just got a triple with his with his Valkyries. I agree. It's massively powerful. So if you're not using them, you're missing out. Anyway, queen on queen about to happen. Got the queen down, which is great. That cannon down at like 3:30. 4 o'clock is well annoying. It's only a low level one, but you just want it out the way, don't you? You're gonna have to use a second rage spell for the queen here. You can see he's starting to lose health. He's gonna have to face the expert and two experts and a couple of defenses here. So winds up using the extra rage spell. Now this is about where he can get good value. This is where the king and the Valkyries are going to come into play. And I don't know if you saw that there. There was a hole in the base, so although it's not, that's pretty much asking to get absolutely trashed, but what can you do? King getting good value. The Valks have actually gone through and able to take down that third air defense, so 3 air defenses gone, and he's got 2 hounds, I think. There's the second one, look, and he's using the hounds to tank for the loons, so it's like a mini Loon he's doing. Which is crazy. Yeah. And look at the loons just absolutely trashing the base. Now he's got 2 hounds left. I don't think either of them are going to pop. So he's going to be reliant on his wizards for cleanup, which is not a problem. Now just basically on the cleanup, so he should pop the queen ability, get those extra archers in to help out, which he did. Nice split on the loons. Able to really maximise on the cleanup there. And yes. So although there's a massive hole in the base near an inferno as well, and with Valks and a rage and a king, geez, he just demolished it. So yeah, interesting style of attack, I have to say. I was impressed. Now the final 2 videos of this raid. Now this is a base that I attacked. I think I got 95% on. So I got close. It was a go for ho that I tried. You've probably either already seen it, or it's to be shown, but it was a swing and a miss, close I think it was. Slash goes in with a different style, uses a queen walk to start, which is a good choice. It's just a case of how can you stop the air defense from killing your queen, I guess. Poison there to help take. There's double witch in the clan castle, which the skellies died so quickly because of the A, the nerf, and B, just the fact that poison is really really effective. But because they're targeting the queen, it's going to really help. Now here you go, look, with earthquake and zap, he's going to rip apart that inferno tower. So now there's only 1 inferno to consider. But what he has got to consider is how can he get... he did get an air defense with that as well. I don't know if you saw. Yeah, he did. So got the air defense and the inferno. So how can he now get another air defense and the queen? And the question is, with a simple break-in. I mean, he will get the expo as well. She's going to start losing health now, so he's going to need to consider a rage spell. Although he did take that expo down quickly, so now he might not need to use the rage spell just yet. The question is, how can he break in that extra layer? And you can see 1 test wall breaker. Turned out that it was good. It was the right place. And the wall breakers actually in the end went the wrong way, and the king goes and targets that wall he's trying to break in. The queen needs to try the dropper ability or a rage, but wow, he's hovering on the health there. King now in, queen regaining that health. Wizard takes down the archer tower that was already starts the Larlin, by the way, with only like 50 seconds going on the raid or remainder of this, and just look now, absolutely smashing down those triple hounds and wad of loons. And with the queen now in a perfect prime position, the king was able to take down a couple of Teslas as well. That rage spell pushing the loons onto the inferno, and it's how quick can you get onto those loons? And the answer was quick enough on this one. And just the huge wad of loons that are coming up now to finish up this base. Queen's there helping take down that expo. She's going to take down this Tesla next. It's just come together, and that ability to double break in there, getting that extra layer of wall, even though he had to sort of manually do it with the king in the end. It was just sheer grit and determination which got him through, and able to take that second air defense down. I do want to see how he got that first air defense though, and you can see, let's have a look at the placement of the Zap Quake here, because he I couldn't believe it. That went down. So he takes down the CC. They're all dying. So there it is. There's the Zap. The Queen took it down. I didn't think there was an air defence right next to it, but the Queen did take it down. So on the Queen's walk, 2 air defences went, and then the King manually breaking through that wall was clutch. The rage spell was brilliant as well. Only left him 1 rage to deal with 1 Inferno and 2 air defences, but used it to the best of his ability and able to get the triple. So the final raid we're going to show of this video will be his 2-star. So Slash was the MVP this war in my opinion. Lovely triple on that 10, close double on this, and you'll see what I mean. So starting out with a pretty strong walk, it's a good choice for where he's doing it. Just gets rid of one of the zaps one of the Inferno towers again, which guy likes to do. You can't knock a guy for liking his Zap Quake, particularly if it works. So at the moment, using the rage spell here, because he's getting hit by an expo and an extra defense / 2 defenses, it will be losing health. So the rage with you needed that there, able to dodge that air defense, which is great. Because that could have started wrecking his healers. Now he's got lots of point defense over here with those arch towers, so he's using the King to distract and funnel, which is an expensive funnel if you ask me. It really is. I mean, the King, he's such a tanky unit, but what he ends up doing here, look, he ends up sending a load of dragons in and loons, and then uses the Queen ability to get the focus off of her, and he's doing a rush into the town hall. Rage spell down, he just needs to get in there quick. Yes, there's some witches in the CC. They shouldn't last too long though. But look, the dragons have just got absolutely melted. So, hasn't worked out too well so far, but look at the Queen. What he's essentially done is created a nice little space for his Queen to reach that town hall. That's all the dragons did there. I mean, 7 dragons, what's that, 140 troop space to get your Queen into a good position. I mean, you could have just overhoed the crap out of that and got the exact same effect really, but look how close the Queen was. It was just crazy. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was going to miss. I was watching it live, and then he's 2%. Bearing in mind he's got an Eagle Artillery after him. So while the Eagle Artillery is distracted on those healers, sends a Wizarding down at sort of 9 o'clock, just about gets the building, and then the final Wizard down at 6. Eagle Artillery still distracted by that first Wizard, so brilliant timing. Eagle Artillery is going to target that Wizard now, but it's too late. He's got the 50%, and let me tell you, he is out of there with a clutch 2-star. I mean, when I said clutch, I mean, geez. Don't know what value those dragons bought. I really don't. It wasn't worth it in my eyes, from what the damage they did to the cost of their housing space. Maybe you guys have some different thoughts on that. Let me know. Let me know. Either way. So, speak to you in the comment section. I guess that's it for this one. I am going to be doing another war recap of the current war that's going on in Power COC versus Real Men. It's only a 15 versus 15. Can I drop some Channel 10 triples? Hopefully. See you guys on the next one. Until then, subscribe to the channel. Peace out.